Hi, Sagittarius. This is Aqua Moonlight. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, I am here to do your love and relationship reading. This is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So, this is going to be for whoever you have some form of connection with, some form of relationship, situation, okay, between you and somebody that you are connected to. So, if you're not interested in someone specific, or if you're not dealing with someone specific, then this may not be for you. We're going to take a look here at the energies playing out between the two of you, what's going on in this connection. Okay, so keep in mind it is very general. It's not going to be for everyone. So just take what fits with you. Just take what resonates with you, and the roles can also be reversed sometimes as well. Okay, so let's see. So this is going to be for Sagittarius, for you and whoever you are connecting to, whoever you're thinking of, whoever you're dealing with for June 2021. What energies are playing out in this connection for Sagittarius, Spirit? What messages do we have? So we're going to get a few themes to start with, and then I'm going to shuffle the tarot and lay out a spread, and we'll take a look at the energies. So what do we have here? What is the theme for this connection, this situation for Sagittarius in love and whoever they're connecting to? What's the theme here? We have new love in reverse. We have worth waiting for, reverse. We have release your ex. This exact combination came through for Pisces. They're not exact, but similar. So there is something, some theme here about releasing the past and opening up to new is what I'm getting here. We have heart-to-heart conversations beneath that. But we'll confirm. We'll see what comes up. So anything else? Any other themes here for Sagittarius right now? Between you and whoever you're connecting to, for you in love here for Sagittarius. What's going on here? Well, that card flew out. Okay, so we have finances. We have warning. Don't dismiss the red flags. We have protected. And this is the one that really flew. We have true love. It flew right on top of new love. And then we have second chance at the bottom. All right, so let's see. We're going to connect these as we go along. Just going to put these here. Okay. So what energies are playing out here, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, for you and whoever you are connecting to, whoever you're thinking of? What do we have here for this spread, Spirit? This is for Sagittarius. Okay, let's see, Sagittarius. So also the outcome is not set in stone, so everything can always shift and change. We have free will, and it's just going to be for June, the outcome here. So we have the Justice card, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Two of Swords reversed, we have the Death card, we have the Hermit, we have the Emperor reversed, Ace of Pentacles reversed, and we have the High Priestess in reverse. So lots going on here. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords reversed and the Ace of Swords. All right, so we're going to confirm as we go along. There's definitely a lot here, a lot of kind of intensity here, a little bit of a difficult reading, I think. So we have Libra coming through, we have Virgo, we have Pisces, we have Scorpio, we have Aries, we have, yeah, so there's a lot of, we have actually double, could be Libra coming through here. But so the connection between the two of you, Sagittarius, is coming through as the Ten of Swords, and this is what's binding you together. This is the mutual energy. So there's a very, obviously heavy energy here. So, right off the bat, if you haven't had a difficult situation with somebody recently, this is probably not for you. We have release your ex, we have new love. So this is about definitely one of those situations, very similar to Pisces, I think it was, about really having to let the past go or just let the pain go of something else in order to open up to new love or new opportunity. Um, because we have here the justice is the crowning energy. So the justice card, it could be about making a choice when it comes to something from a more logical perspective. It could also be a contract is involved here. Again, with the death card and the Ten of Swords in the same spread here, it does feel like an ending has happened either recently or it's about to happen. It feels like it probably has already happened though. And crossing it as a challenge too, we have the Hermit. So I'm getting a very like withdrawn somebody here you're connecting to as well. How they're showing up is the Two of Swords reversed. And you are showing up as the Death card. So I mean, I don't think either of you are really on maybe speaking terms, or there's a difficult ending here. And this is really about somebody being kind of very, like, there's something about somebody being very blocked off, being very kind of shut out, is what I'm getting. So, this person that you're connected to, they could be somebody who has really been in the dark, or they've been kind of at a stalemate. They've been kind of just sitting in this sort of indecisive energy. And I feel like, and the way that they're feeling and intending towards you, we have the Emperor in reverse. So, I mean, the Emperor in reverse can be somebody who is maybe just not stepping up to their power in terms of a masculine. If it's a masculine, you can reverse it if not. Or just somebody who's not taking control of their life, but it can also be in the, extreme position. It could be somebody who is a little bit controlling or maybe just unable to budge right now. So this could be somebody who is having a difficult time seeing a different perspective. Um, We have finances coming through too, so this could be a big factor, especially if there's a legal situation going on or divorce or something like that. So, yeah, let's take a look at this. I think there's a lot here because the external position too is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So, there's something with the external that also has to do with not having a solid like foundation to build on. There's an empty pentacle, or maybe somebody struggling to, find this offer. Let's see here what's going on. So tell me about the Justice card. This is the crowning energy of your situation, Sagittarius. What is the crowning energy? Tell me about the Justice. Okay, so we have questioning it all, attaching to the ego. So interesting because justice can be very much about, black and white kind of ego energy. We do have a heart given and we have falling too deeply. So yeah, there's something about somebody here being very like, not wanting to like, how should I say, like not wanting to open up, not wanting to budge. I keep getting that, like somebody who's very, very resistant, like there's something very stoic or very like rigid about somebody here. And that's what I'm getting, because this crowning energy too is this just fantasy. It does feel like, and this could go for you too, the viewer, but this is about really having to almost like figure out what is the situation. And it could either be taken to an extreme or it could be necessary right now. So if you're in a difficult situation and you are dealing with somebody who maybe is not trustworthy, or you're unsure about somebody's intentions, we do have the red flags here. So there's kind of a bit of a difficult energy here, I feel. And if you feel this intuitively, I do think that the justice is saying here to be very careful with the heart given here about what you're giving, when it comes to your heart, when it comes to this energy towards this person, because it could be that somebody's unable to return it back to you with falling too deeply. But like I said, too, it could also be the opposite. Somebody here you're connected to as well is just feeling very, very like detached, very difficult to open up the heart here. Tell me about the Ten of Swords for the energy between you and this person, Sagittarius. How are you connecting with each other? What is the Ten of Swords here for? So this wanted to kind of fly out, so we'll take it. We have the King of Pentacles reversed. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So we have earth energy coming through. We have fire. This could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have double Virgo coming through. It doesn't have to be, but tell me about this Justice card being the crowning energy. Yeah, there's something very interesting going on. The Page of Swords and the Six of Wands reverse. So for me, the Page of Swords is somebody who kind of looks, they watch, and we do have this too. Is this just fantasy? So there's something here that I feel there's a question of something. It's very like apprehensive energy. Somebody's being very guarded, very afraid. Really like with this Two of Swords here too, I just keep getting that. Somebody who's very much kind of thinking very logically. They're very detached emotionally. So you could be dealing with somebody here who's very detached right now emotionally is what I'm getting. And at the same time, it's like it's combined with a level of it, maybe insecurity as well with the Six of Wands reversed. Almost like being overly in the ego, but it's coming from like an inner wound, if that makes sense, or it's coming from a place where somebody's actually just refusing to budge or refusing to change. So we have another 10 confirming the Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune for the connection between the two of you. So this is definitely a big change that's happening. The Wheel of Fortune here is confirming that there's a change in the wind here. There's a turn of events here. And I do feel like with this King of Pentacles reverse, again, there's something about money being involved. So this could even be somebody who's a bit reckless when it comes to money, or they could be struggling financially. I don't really think this is you unless you've come out of maybe a divorce or something here. And, this could be part of it with the Justice card coming through too. There's a lot of, with that Knight of Wands reverse too, there's a feeling of not, let me confirm this Ten of Swords between the two of you, Sagittarius. Tell me about the connection between the two of you. Yeah, working less, having more fun will help to strengthen your connection. So it could be that somebody's just overly materialistic. Somebody's overly focused on material gains at the moment with put away the computer as well. And this Justice card. Yeah, there's a lot of obstacles here. So I want to go ahead and look at your person, because this is definitely, we have obstacles, we have denial. I mean, there's a lot of blocks here. So let's see. Because it just feels like there's a need to kind of like open up. There's a need to move forward, move ahead. And there's a block because we have the Knight of Wands and the Six of Wands are both blocks. So it's like there's no movement here in this reading. There's zero movement, but there's a lot of either thinking or like yeah, there's a lot of thinking or going inward here, but not any movement. It's very interesting. So the person that you are connected to, Sagittarius, how they're coming through with the Two of Swords reversed, how are they showing up in the connection? Tell me about the Two of Swords reversed. Okay, the Ten of Wands flew out. How is this person showing up in the connection? Two of Swords reversed. Yeah, I mean, there's no movement here whatsoever. So this is probably for those of you who are in, yeah, I'm in complete, like, I don't even know what to say. It's like somebody who just doesn't want to budge. So, and if this is reverse, remember this could be vice versa too, but it's almost like either person, there's no movement, there's no growth here. So this could even be a situation that's kind of like, maybe it's completely over between the two of you, and now it's just sort of like, what's next? Are we going to, bring it back to life? Is there going to be a reconciliation? Is anything going to move forward? It's kind of like a question of what's next here, because we do have the worth waiting for in reverse. This is why I do think it's kind of like a little bit of a difficult situation for those of you who resonate with this, because there's kind of a red flag here, I feel, because of somebody's sort of feeling completely, I mean, the fours are about stability, but in this case, actually I have 3 fours in the reading. But the Four of Cups, the Four of Swords here, this is somebody who I feel, maybe they're going through a deep healing process, but they're also not wanting to open their eyes. Like none of these figures, the Two of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Four of Cups, none of them are looking like forward. There's no interaction here. So this person either is completely numb at the moment, or they're just kind of like in a place where they have a lot of struggle. They have a lot of pressure right now. A lot of it could be financial. This could be somebody who's in the process right now of overcome. I'm getting like 2 different storylines as usual. This could be somebody who's in the process of overcoming a recent separation, or because we have release your ex over here, we have the King of Swords reverse and the Ace of Swords. So it's like there's somebody here who is, if this is group A, they're coming out of a situation. They're coming out of maybe a past love or past, previous connection. It could have been a divorce with the Justice card, and they're very numb, like they're just not wanting to open up. Maybe they're not wanting to connect to somebody new, because we have new love in reverse. And if that's your story, then it's like this person feels like they have nothing to give. So if this is a new love and you're wondering why they don't open up, is because this person may have just a lot of, they don't even see the outlet, like they don't see the way forward. They feel very oppressed, and they feel very weighed down. They feel maybe a little bit of insecurity. So there's somebody here who's choosing to kind of be withdrawn and choosing to be in hermit mode. And if this is somebody you already have a connection with, it's sort of like either way. Well, if this is somebody you've already had a connection with, it could be kind of, both of you maybe have ended things. Both of you have stepped away from the connection, is what it feels like to me. And maybe right now there's kind of a feeling of what's next. Is this going to reconnect? But it does feel, it's interesting that we have the outcome too, being the High Priestess reverse. I think this is about coming out of silence. If it's not complete silence, it's coming out of some form of like no movement here, like a need to come into truth. What is this going to be? What are we going to do about this connection? That kind of thing is what I'm getting here. Before I go into this person a little bit more, I want to look at you over here. I'm going to say this is you. So what is this Death card here for you? How are you showing up in the connection? Yeah, I mean, we have the Eight of Cups here. So both parties are heavily walking away is what I'm seeing. And the Temperance card in reverse, or kind of sideways, it flew right here. So I'm going to keep it there, because I do think that this is confirming too that there's no like, the Temperance is Sagittarius energy, but it's also balance, it's moderation. It's seeing things in this perspective, or in this case, I'm seeing it as seeing eye to eye. So there's something here that I feel is not blending quite right. Like maybe this person, again, it could be work, somebody is too focused on other things, or they're just not available. Or there's just a feeling here of the two of you not really connecting on a level where you're understanding each other. So there's definitely this feeling coming through. So you are coming through with the Eight of Cups and the Death, and they're coming through with the Four of Cups, the Ten of Wands. So there's really, like I said, there's no action or movement here. So if this is not for you, then, just take what fits with you. But this is, I don't feel like there's any movement at the moment between the two of you, or there's been kind of a decision to really take a step back, to really take a time out. It could be temporary, it could be permanent. With that Page of Swords up there, though, that's why I feel there's some form of like watching. There's some form of like I almost feel like there's a even though we have the Justice, it's like there's a judgment call that needs to be made here. And maybe both parties are not doing it. That could be it. Maybe this is sort of like a mirroring type of thing. Nobody's doing anything here. Let's look at this person and how they feel towards you. Actually, I'm going to get one more card here for this person, how they're showing up. Tell me a little bit more about the Two of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Four of Swords. How is this person showing up in the connection, Sagittarius? Yeah, so we have another card that for me, surprises in store. This is a card that we don't know what's next. So there's something very hidden about this energy. We do have heavy and regret coming through at the bottom. We have dense baggage. That makes sense. Something is untold, untold information or shadow work. We have the rise of the masculine. So this is definitely probably a masculine, and we have euphoric rush here. So what I'm getting is that this is very much somebody, for most of you, this is a masculine over on this side, and they have a lot of, could be regret. They have a lot of regret towards you, towards this connection, about what they want to maybe say, and they're choosing to kind of be in this place where they're kind of like wallowing in a place where they have all these things to either say or to express. But to be honest, like I'm getting here, this person, yeah, I mean, this came through, I think, for a couple of other signs too, but this is somebody who is not in a good place right now. I don't think this person's balanced, to be honest with you. If they were to come through to you, it's like they have this sort of like rigid, blocked mind about them, or blocked heart, to where they have a very, very difficult time allowing themselves to feel. They feel the connection with you. I mean, I think I'm kind of getting though, this person, they want to feel something. Like, I don't know why I'm getting somebody who maybe they kind of go after things that make them feel like they're on a temporary high, or they kind of like seek out something. But it's like it's coming from, unfortunately, right now, a place where they're in this emperor in reverse character, to where they're distorted as the emperor, which is somebody who can be, like I said, overly controlling. They could be, domineering. They could be really, really, just, yeah, I mean, just somebody who's very selfish too. So it's like they really want their way. I am kind of getting somebody who's a little bit selfish right now, or they're choosing to they're trying to figure something out. They're trying to figure out what they want. They're kind of looking, Page of Swords here. Let's see, how are they feeling about you? Tell me about the Emperor in reverse. How is this person feeling about you, Sagittarius? Tell me about the Emperor in reverse. How's this person feeling about you? Okay, yeah, so this could be somebody who, maybe for some of you, you moved on. We have finances coming through again. So this is like the third time. So this is just indicating there's a very strong message coming through about somebody having either a difficult time financially, or they're overly dependent on finances. They could be materialistic, something like that here. I do think this person here, they could feel like you've moved on without them for some of you, which you kind of look like you have with the Death and the Eight of Cups, but they're kind of doing the same. I mean, there's already been an ending here if you resonate with this reading. So it's like, I feel like this person could be kind of, what I'm getting is that they're looking at you, they're thinking about you a lot, you're connecting with each other, you're both kind of thinking about each other, but there's something about the energy here to where maybe they can't have you. We have the Forbidden card here. This could be because yeah, we have obligations here. But I don't know why I'm getting it's like a self-imposed obligation. And then this flew here on top of the surprises. So I think this person maybe is planning to come in and try to sweep you off your feet. I don't know how balanced that is at the moment, but let's see what else we have here. I just want to confirm, what is the block here? What is the challenge in this connection? What is the challenge here in this connection, Sagittarius? We have go slow, take time to get to know each other, and we have forgiveness. We do have children here, and we have strictly sexual. So with the Emperor here, for not for all of you, but for some of you, it could be that this is children are involved here. Maybe they have children, because this card's also showing too. They're concerned about what other people think, and we do have that forbidden card. So there's a reason to why maybe this person feels for whatever reason that they can't have you. I don't know why that would be. Again, I think there's kind of two groups of you. Either this is somebody who you already had a previous connection with. You could have children with them. You maybe are somebody who you had a long-term connection with, and maybe, there's opinions of other people involved or something like that here, and you moved on without them, and now they're thinking about you. You're connecting with each other, but there's no movement. There's no action on either side. Or this is somebody new that you met, and they kind of feel like maybe they put you in a situation to where they were only, you were only having a sexual connection or a passionate connection. And maybe it was because of children being involved or being somehow a factor here. That could be. And this person's having a very, very difficult time opening up to a new love with you. They're having a hard time, opening up to just a new experience. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. It feels like there's a endless kind of waiting energy going on here, and somebody feels very confused. Let's look a little bit more here, how this person's feeling, because they do have some dense baggage, and it's like they're hiding away, or they're choosing to kind of suppress it. So tell me about the Emperor in reverse. How does this person you're connecting to, what are their feelings and intentions towards you, Sagittarius? Again, Knight of Pentacles reverse, the Hanged Man. I can't believe how many cards here about just no movement. So this person you're connecting to, they're really at this place where they don't see the vision. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody who has a goal. They really want to work towards that goal. They want to build on something. I feel like this person's in between two different like paths or two different worlds. It's like one part of them is maybe somebody who is stuck in some form of past, like it could just be like a feeling of being stuck, like no movement, no growth here. They could be very stubborn. I'm getting somebody very stubborn, very rigid, and they're having a hard time seeing a new perspective. The Hanged Man's about a new perspective, spiritual perspective. And so they're kind of at this place where they're holding this globe, they're holding this globe, wondering where they're going. So they're really at this crossroads. This person, their feelings and intentions towards you is that they're totally at a crossroads here, because for some, they do have some obligations financially going on. They could be concerned about what other people think for whatever reason. Maybe that's, again, because they have something else going on, or because they have like family around them, or they have some form of like energy about them to where if they were to change, if they were to shift, it would cause some form of disruption. And so they feel this way here. But they are kind of looking at you like you've already moved forward or you've moved on, and they still kind of are drawn to you. They still want you, but they're not sure how to progress. So I think for most of them, they're kind of going to stay at this place where they're choosing to think and not act, because they don't have a plan about where they're going. So tell me about the Ace of Pentacles reversed. Again, finances are a huge factor here. For the external position, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Seven of Pentacles. And the Devil reversed. So again, kind of reevaluating. We do have the Devil here in reverse. This person could be Tell me about the devil for the external position. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this. We have a tempting offer. We have so close yet so far, complex separation. We have mesmerized by you, and then let me grab the card in the ground. Okay, so this fool in the ground, catch me, push and pull. So yeah, it's like this person, to be honest, they're kind of at this place where they are refusing to acknowledge that there's a solid offer here between you both. It's not that they're refusing to maybe see it or acknowledge it, but for whatever reason, this person just feels like they would really have to make a lot of changes in their life. They could be somebody who they've been kind of in this pattern of push and pull. They've been in this pattern towards you. I'm getting somebody, unfortunately, like very selfish or very much like they want it to themselves. They want to maybe keep you around, or they have been in this place. But it's ultimately like kind of a tempting offer. And the Ace of Pentacles would be something that's very solid. And I think that they're kind of at this place where they're choosing to really think about what they want to invest in. I don't know, this person may definitely have a choice to make between two different pathways or two different choices here. And so if this is a new love connection, that's why this go slow is here too, is because somebody is maybe very wounded or very much having to heal from their past, or having to get in the right frame of mind before they get involved with anybody. Because if they were to at the moment, it's not coming through as somebody who is emotionally available. Okay. And if this is somebody you've already been in separation with here, it's kind of like they may be drawn to you, they're tempted by you, they're drawn toward to come back to you. But maybe for some of you, they can't get to you because you moved on. So they're kind of sitting here and they're wondering, like, I know I have to offer a pentacle, or I know I have to offer something more substantial, but I don't want to budge right now because they just don't. They're thinking about it. Forgiveness could be involved here too. You know, maybe you both need to forgive each other, or you need to forgive them. We'll look at the outcome in just a second, but let me get one more card here for the external. Tell me a little bit more about the devil. Challenges here. External position. So we have longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. There's a lot of, there's a lot of like missing, wanting, yearning. Page of Swords up there too. That's what I'm getting. Like somebody who's wondering, is this all, like, is this even real? Is this all in my mind? We have marriage and we have regret. So this definitely regret is involved here. Marriage could be involved. Either you were married, or this is something that has the potential. Again, the pentacle could be somebody who wants to take things to the next level, but it's like it's already passed by. You know, maybe the boat has already left and they're kind of feeling like, again, they're in this kind of Seven of Pentacles. Like they know they need to change if they're going to have a chance to rebuild this. And this is why they feel kind of like they're not making many moves right now. And I think that could be why we have worth waiting for in reverse. Let's look at the outcome. We have the High Priestess in reverse for the outcome in June between the two of you, Sagittarius. So where is this connection going? The Nine of Wands. Thinking about it. Nine of Wands, very guarded. And yeah, somebody's very trapped here. So it's like, really, I feel this Nine of Wands, what I'm getting with this whole reading is that there's just a feeling. It's like, it's hard to even explain what it is. It's just like a feeling here of just being in like a void and not knowing what the next step is going to be, and choosing to like deny oneself any movement forward. And that could go, that could go for you too, to where you have also, you're not doing anything either, you know, or you've moved on. So with the outcome being the High Priestess in reverse and the Eight of Swords, this is about, you know, coming out of maybe no contact, coming out of silence, and also maybe having something to say, some form of hidden, untold information or something that needs to be expressed, but feeling like there's a wound here, or a very guarded energy. Somebody is very, very guarded, very apprehensive. And the Magician would be, manifestation, empowerment here too. And it flew right on top of the gesture. So I think that somebody wants to make some form of gesture towards you. And I'm getting it could be something that's going to be like a surprise, or something that's going to be like a new experience here, or I should say something surprising that will come out of this. But let's see. What is the outcome between the two of you, Sagittarius, in June? Yeah, I mean, right now, to be honest, we have the on the run card and we have careless actions. I would just be careful to get involved with this person at the moment. There's some form of decision that's going to be made here, forward footsteps to making the best possible choice. We have awakening eyes. So I'm getting two different storylines here. For some of you, this is going to be somebody who they need to really learn the hard way, because this person needs to kind of own up for their mistakes. And it could be vice versa. They could be you too that has made mistakes, of course, too. But I'm just going to say, for the sake of the reading, that it's this person. They are somebody who really has to own up to whatever they have been maybe doing that has kept this connection on hold. And it's like they know that it's a potential, or they know it's kind of now or never. But unless this person can really start moving or make a difference in their life or their lifestyle, it's like somebody just keeps repeating the same patterns over and over, or they just have a very difficult time making that step forward. And it's part of it is coming from insecurity. Part of it's coming from you maybe moving on. Another part of it is coming from financial factors or obligations that are going on. And then another part of it, I think, could be coming from selfishness. So it's like this whole, I feel like that it's just a very stuck energy. And so there's going to be a need here to kind of make it or break it, I feel. Because with the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords, there's no way out, and this is why we have forward footsteps. So what I was going to say is that either some of you are deciding here to make a move forward because this person can't seem to maybe catch up, or they keep repeating things because of the fact that there's no movement. Others of them, they may be making the choice very slowly here to make the right choice with the Magician here and have kind of an awakening moment. But it's going to take them an immense amount of self-empowerment, I feel, to do that. And they could be, because I think they're at a crossroads here. So if they were to do that, it's like they would be dragging themselves out of a void. They would be really dragging themselves out of a deep hermit mode, or just like a very, very deep, numb mode. In order to maybe have this awakening that they can actually manifest something different than this void. And so that's what I feel they could, for some of them, they could be. And that's going to take a lot of forgiveness, maybe on both ends. It's going to take a lot of can we even act on this? Is this even, moving forward? So I don't know. There's just a lot here, I feel. Yeah, I mean, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Swords, somebody feels very like they have these swords in their back and they don't know how to get up. They don't know how to move. And it's like the wheel is turning, though. It's time to start moving. It's time to start moving forward. But the action is not being taken. So that's what I'm getting. So either this Knight of Wands, somebody has kept doing the same careless actions over and over and causing this pain, but it's like a circle for them, if that makes sense. Like they're going in their own circle, because ultimately they're lost. Like they go in one circle, then they go back to the Two of Wands, and then they don't grow, they don't go anywhere, then they go back in a circle. So it's like there's no movement. So let's look at the outcome for you, or the advice for you. Again, with the Death and the Eight of Cups, it looks to me like both parties have moved forward. Let's see what Spirit has to say for you, the viewer. What is the advice for you? What is the advice for you, the viewer, Sagittarius? Yeah. Okay, so at the bottom we have no, this is not right for you. And then we do have someone is thinking a lot about you. We have be very honest with yourself right now. And we have a new love is coming in for you. So we do have a new love that came up over here too, but it's in reverse. So again, I think there's a couple different storylines here, but some of you, this is a new love coming in for you, and you are having to realize that something else is not right for you. That could be why we have release your ex here too. And so once you move on from this, once you disconnect from this here, is when you're going to have a new love coming in for you here. Maybe you already know who this new love is, maybe you don't, but you have to be very honest with yourself. Someone's thinking a lot about you. I don't know if that's the new love or the old love, or maybe both. I think it's both, or probably the old person, but there is someone who's thinking a lot about you. There's a potential here to maybe start something new. And this is all going to depend on what action you take moving forward, Sagittarius. It's going to depend on what choice you make. Are you going to choose to stay stuck, or are you going to choose to move on to something different? And I think that's going to be the question. That's up to you, but it's going to be the question here that's going to come in. Okay. And whatever this other person does is going to depend. For some, they are going to choose to, maybe fix things at some point, but it's going to take a lot of effort. And I think this is why there's a need to be very honest here. Anything else for you, the viewer, about what's next? Yeah, we have the solo path, life purpose. We have profound spiritual revelation. So this is a lot of spiritual awakening happening for you. And we do have the card, the sexual card here too. So, for some, it could be that you do recognize that somebody here, maybe you only have a sexual connection with them, or there's something involving sex here to where you want something more meaningful, you want something new, you want something different. And that could be that somebody is kind of keeping an eye on you, but not really in a way that is long-term. So you're really coming into a lot of recognition. Let's get one final card for you, and then we'll get the final message card for you, for the advice for the viewer, for the outcome for you. Yeah. There's a lot of chemistry here. Maybe that's why we have the sexual card. If that resonates with you, there could be a lot of connection you have with this person. But ultimately, I think there's going to be a deciding factor that's going to come in to where you recognize that this has been a lesson for you. You've really learned a lot here, but maybe you really have to make the choice that's right for you. And you're the only one who knows what that choice is going to be. If you choose to, go on your own path, if you choose to stay with the situation, it's going to be up to you. But there is definitely a very tempting offer here that I feel intuitively is coming from this other person who has seen you maybe move on, or they just kind of are, unless they can get on your level and meet you at that level, then they're just going to keep going round and round. So you have to make a decision here. Okay, so let's get the final card here, the final message card for the advice or the outcome. And we have karma and we have ghosts. So again, this person's going to be a ghoster. They have a lot of karmic things that are falling apart in their life. And also same goes for you. A lot of karmic stuff is falling apart for you in order to move towards greener pastures is what I feel. Somebody's definitely, we have ghosting twice here. So be careful if this is for you. Somebody is going to continue to ghost you if you don't make a choice to maybe move forward. And you may have to make that decision on how to get on that page or how to move forward. So I really hope this could help you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll talk to you next time. Much love.